What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm gonna be sharing my thoughts on Miraculous Season 5, Episode 1, Evolution. If y'all want to see more videos like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the like button down below. Now, I'm gonna be giving my opinions on this episode of Miraculous in Season 5 because I kind of wanted to give my opinions on it. I might do the rest with the rest of the season, depending on how this video goes. I'll do more, but I guess I'll roll right into this. All right, so after the end of season 4 finale, where Ladybug lost all the Miraculouses, in this episode, Monarch uses the Rabbit Miraculous to travel through time. And Ladybug, Cat Noir, and Buttocks follow him. And, he ends up trying to rewrite history, trying to get Ladybug and Cat Noir's Miraculouses before they or in the first fight. He first travels to the fight to Lady Wi-Fi, the first fight. And he tries to take her Miraculous, but then he gets pulled right back out by the present Ladybug. And then Cat Noir becomes Rabbit Noir after Buttocks gets paralyzed and venomed. And they first travel back to Repose. Now, I will say this about the Rabbit Noir outfit. I really like it. It looks like a really cool design. I honestly think they did a really good job on this look. I think it's a really good outfit for Cat Noir. I think, honestly, I would like to see more unifications like this. So, yeah, that's what I personally think about it. Now, after that, Monarch travels to the first fight with Repose and tries to sneak up on Cat Noir and Ladybug. And then he ends up traveling to different episodes such as Animate Bubbler and Heroes Day, and tries to see their identities. And then they end up traveling back to the first scene where they saw their future selves. And then they head to Master Thu's past. And Monarch uses the Dog Miraculous while it's killing him because he was using too many powers. And what ends up happening is, after that, they try to take the Buddy Miraculous back. But what ends up happening after that is he uses the Dog Miraculous to get it back. Which, honestly, is a cool idea, but I feel like it's kind of a broken Miraculous, too. Because, you can just find it anywhere. Which I think is kind of broken. And so, what ends up happening after that is Monarch travels to another timeline where, in the episode Reverser, where Ladybug and Cat Noir got messed up because of Reverser's powers. And Ladybug ends up using her lucky charm to get a mini miracle box, the same one she got on Heroes Day when he was Scarlet Moth. And she wants to use it. And what ends up happening after that is she sees that Master Fu is there. And so while Gabriel tries to sneak up in the episode Reverser, Ladybug and Cat Noir ask Master Fu for Miraculous. And Natalie or Gabriel ends up trying to recharge the Kwamis because they need to be fed and because their powers become weak and so do their hours. And sorry about that. I just dropped my charger. But that's what ends up happening after that. And so he goes to Natalie. He tells her to find food for the Kwamis. And so Ladybug and Cat Noir ask Master Fu for a Miraculous. So to get the Rabbit Miraculous back. And so after that, they getting the dog Miraculous so they can get it back. And they tell them after that they'll be back in less than a second. Now, I feel like this was a cool scene because we got to see Master Fu again. Anyway, after that, we head to the museum where Alex and her dad go to the perfect moment in time. And her dad knows what's about to happen, that she's going to be leaving him. And he also gives her a talk about what she will be doing and that how he would like to see all these past stuff that they've seen. And she talks about possibly inventing a time machine, which she doesn't need because, well, obviously she has the rabbit Miraculous. And then after that, he tries to remember the moment, and then after that, Ladybug and Rabbit Noir show up to give Alex the dog Miraculous because Mr. Cabdell knew that she was going to be Bunnix because she told him in the future that she was Bunnix, and also Ladybug authorized it. And so after that, she transforms into Kenai Girl, which I'm gonna be honest, she kind of looks like Miss Hound or Sabrina rather, which I actually really like. I like that. I think it looks really good on Alex. So after that, they head back in the burrow and they go back to where they tried to take the Rabbit Miraculous from Monarch, and so she ends up touching the ball of the dog so that way she can use it. And so they end up, after that, going back to Heroes Day where they first saw Hawkmoth, or Scarlet Moth, rather, and Monarch, which goes, while Natalie tells him that, sorry, my voice is dying, I'm sorry. Natalie ends up telling him that he can also use the Rabbit Miraculous to travel back in time to save his wife Emily before she used the damaged Peacock Miraculous because she did end up dying because of the Peacock Miraculous. Like Natalie was too. And so she told him to give him a flash drive, where she could, so that way she never become ill using it. And so she tells him to make the right choice. It's not too late. And so he ends up going back in the burrow and tries to go back to the time before Emily used the Peacock Miraculous. And then what she ends up doing is he sees that time and then he tries to give it, but then he ends up seeing the mini miracle box that Ladybug left in the burrow for him. And so he had to make the choice is to either go save his wife Emily first or to stop Ladybug first. And he even says, "I'll be right back, my love, I promise," which he wasn't. So what ends up happening is he goes back to Heroes Day where Ladybug and Rabbit Noir are. He doesn't know Can-I Girl's there. And so Can-I Girl uses her fetch and she fetches the Bunny Miraculous, and Alex unifies both Miraculouses and becomes Bunny Dog. And she ends up burrowing while Monarch tries to use Fetch. He was too late. Now, I really like the design of Bunny Dog. I don't know if I like the brown and blue together, but I still think it was a cool combo. I like the cap too. She looks like kind of like a male boy, or I don't know what they're called, but that's what she ends up looking like. And so then after that, they leave him in that time for just a minute or two. And Ladybug goes back in the burrow and does a miraculous Ladybug. So that way future Alex could be unvenomed. And Noir, or Rabbit Noir gives back the Rabbit Miraculous and turns back into Noir and speaks backwards, which is kind of cool, I guess. And future Alex turns back into Bunnix, and young Alex turns back into normal, and she ends up was about to give it back to Ladybug, but she told her that her time has come for her to use the Rabbit Miraculous. And Fluff asks that is having Veja series deja vu, which you could say that too. And so she transforms into teenage Bunnix. And they all end up pounding it. And then young Alex returns back to the time where they got the dog Miraculous and gave it back to Master Fu. And future Bunnix goes back to the time where they left him on Heroes Day and brings him back to the present timeline. And so after that, he ends up escaping by using Wind Dragon to get out. But they got the Bunny Miraculous back, which was a relief, because that means Monarch can no longer travel through time. And he ends up going back to his, lair and gets sad because he could have changed everything. And Natalie ends up calling him, saying that Gabriel could have chosen to save Emily or even Natalie, but he chose his obsession, which, yes, he did. And she fusses at him real hard. And she said that he doesn't deserve her help. He doesn't deserve anybody's, which, when you kind of think about it, it is true. Yeah. I do feel like he could have possibly had just did it first, saved his wife first, and then go back into Heroes Day. And so he ends up yelling Ladybug in the end. That's all for the episode. Now, as for what I have to say about it, it was a really cool episode. We got to see Rabbit Noir. We got to see Alex using Bunny and Dog Miraculous. I do feel like this was probably the biggest L Gabriel ever held in an episode. Because, I mean, he could have literally changed everything. Heck, a lot of people even said they felt like they wanted to see Gabriel win. But sadly, he took that L harder than ever. So, I feel like this episode had a lot of good stuff in it. I just wish that there could have been more in it. But I still think it was a good episode. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my opinions and review on it. If you guys want to see more like this, please make sure to subscribe and hit the like button down below, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.